And we're soon live on YouTube. We should be live now. That means the game's going to crash as soon as we go back to YouTube, but it is what it is. Let's just make sure we are in fact streaming. And we're soon live on YouTube. And we are. Cool. Right. So, is first questions first, is the game going to crash? Yes, yes it is. Every single time. Every single time I try and record or live stream Train Sim World or Train Sim Classic, it always crashes. Right, let's get the game rebooted and then we'll find ourselves some high-speed rail to run. We're not going to be high speed, we're going to be doing a commuter service today, if I'm honest, but we'll see how it goes. We do have the rail driver controller all set up, so there's that. And we should be back. Cool. Right. Southeastern Highspeed. I'm going to look at trying the 375, because I don't think I've ever driven it, so... Probably a 33-minute service. Faversham to Rochester, that sounds fine to me. Weather... Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch tiger by its over. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Foggy. Okay, we'll do it in foggy conditions. We're on at 11 o'clock service. On today's real date, so... let's jump in and see what we get. This is going to be completely random because I've never driven this train before, although I'm assuming it can't be that difficult. Which side's the platform on? It's that side. It's a modern train, so it shouldn't be that difficult to drive. Headlights, date running. I'll try and put safety systems on if I can work out where they are. I think they're up there. Where are our safety systems? Right, doors unlocked. Too busy looking for our safety systems. Where are they? Are they over this? They might be over that side. Let's have a look. While we're loading passengers. Nope. Nope. Ah, AWS. The safety system's not working this cap. Why are our doors not locked? Unlocked doors. Whenever I go and stream, it always ends up being messy. Well, I apparently can't turn the safety systems on this train because I don't know how they work. The AWS button back there doesn't seem to do anything. So let's continue. This should take about half an hour. We'll put a reverser forward. We are moving, so that's good. Go all the way up to a grand total of 15 miles an hour leaving the station. Take the throttle off. Ever so slightly speeding, but it's fine. It's a nice looking train. The cab is quite nice. I just need to work out how I turn the actual safety systems on, because I don't see any circuit breakers anywhere. I mean, the circuit breakers are up there, but nothing seems to be controllable. which is a bit of a shame. So our first station stop along the way is Tenham. Is it Tenium? I don't know. Some word I cannot pronounce. As I said in my last video on the East Coast Way, I'm going to struggle when the Welsh route comes out later this year, because I have not got a chance at saying half of them station names. It doesn't seem to be making much noise either. Very quiet, the train. It might just be my volume. I'm going to say that's my volume. But yeah, when the Welsh route comes out, I'm going to struggle. Get that whistleboard in. Because, yeah. Some of them names of them stations are just, like, unpronounceable. So, it'll be fun. I am looking forward to... I'm kind of looking forward to Cardiff. It's not my favourite bit of the world, but it'll be fun. Hopefully it's not just an A to B line and there's a little bit of variety in the services we can run around there. And if we can get up into the Welsh valleys, it'll be alright. Although it's meant to be Cardiff City commuter, so I don't know if it would go into the valleys or not. Do a little bit of downhill here, so quite not an insignificant grade, nearly 1% downhill. That's the ugly train that's on this route. I can't remember what name it is now. I just know it's the ugly one. I'm imagining the brakes on this train are pretty good, so we will start to feed in just the tiniest bit of brake. We've got a mile and a half to go. Do have a couple of yellow signals coming up. Like I said, I always try and be around about 30 miles an hour, 30 to 40 miles an hour at least when we're going through the threshold of the platform, so it seems about right to be feeding in a little bit of brake at this point. I mean, we got a minute to get to the station, so we're not particularly in any rush. We'll even come off the brake a little bit and just cruise at 50. The green light, so the yellows have disappeared that were ahead of us. Now we'll start bringing it down again. Try and gently come into the station. The station should be just right in front of us. You can't see a damn thing though with the fog, even with our lights on. It's just slightly coming into view now. Don't know if we need the whistle board considering we are stopping, but we'll give it a hoot. I'm assuming by where it's asked us to stop we're an 8 car, but I've not actually checked the length of the train. We are ever so slightly early. Let's get the doors unlocked here. Early, I mean late. Nothing. So yeah, we seem to be in a 8-car formation, it looks like. Get doors closed and we'll get back moving. So next station stop is Sittingbourne in 3 miles. As I said, this should just be a nice little commuter run, really. So one thing I don't understand is when they brought out this Highspeed, Southeastern Highspeed, and I was playing this a little bit yesterday offline. On the original, on the Train Sim Classic route, it had it's Sittingbourne branch, is it? That was included in the route. I think it might have been a late edition, but they did include the little branch line that goes off. I'm pretty sure it is Sittingbourne, but I might be wrong on the town name. It was included though, where on the Train Sim World route, they never included the... it was literally just London to Faversham, which we already have in Train Sim Classic, but without the branch line. And it's not even that long a line, it's only a few miles. You think they would have included the branch just to give you a little bit of a variety in terms of the services that you get on the route. It's a shame as well they missed that out, but it is what it is. I always hope they'd come back and maybe patch it into to the line as like a late edition. But from what I remember, this came out in the Train Sim World 3 era, and it's still not been added to the game. Up to 75, we're going to start putting on the brake. We've got about just over a mile to get down for our stop here at Sittingbourne. Come off the brake a little bit and just cruise for a moment. I'm being very conservative with my speed here. Station should just be ahead of us, past the satellite, so it won't take as long to get down. We're like about 30 seconds late coming to Sittingbourne, so that's not too bad. As I said, I'm being very conservative today in terms of driving the train, so... And we're straight dead on the marker. Let's get the doors unlocked, get the passengers on. So yeah, I'm not sure what we'll do after this. We'll find another little run. We might head over to the States and try an American route. it also does help if I unlock the doors. Have one of ourselves going back the other way. The 735 is a decent looking train. I can't remember what the other class of train is on this route. I just know I just do not like it. It's got good looking livery as well. The Southeastern livery. I think it's quite smart, the colour scheme on this one. I was running the other passengers train, not the Javelin, the other commuter train that's Southeastern run. Last night when I was playing by myself, just playing offline. I'm just not a fan of it. It's just, I don't know, something about it that gives me the ick. But you know what the ick is? And that's what that train gives me. That train certainly gives me the ick. Looks like we do have a yellow signal coming up. So, flashing double yellow, so we get changing tracks, it looks like. We do have a 70 speed limit as well, so we'll just kind of cruise at 60. Flashing double yellow generally means we're going to be changing tracks, so I actually think there is a station where it does kind of open up and goes from 2 tracks to 4 tracks. So you have the high-speed tracks running through, and you have the commuter services stopping. So that's probably where we're coming into. Is that little section? I think that was it. That this route, what has that? Again, this isn't my part of the world, so I wouldn't know. We definitely have flashing yellow, and we definitely have a 40 speed limit coming up, so we are changing. I think we're changing because of a platform. Yeah, there's this, on the mini map at the top corner, a station has just popped in, so that seems to be the reason why we're changing. We will start bringing the speed down to hit the 40-mile-an-hour limit. Take the brake off at 40 and release it. Again, if you have any suggestions after this as to where you'd like to go, let me know. And I'd love to hear what you want to see me drive next time. As mentioned, we are branching off here to the left, so it was this platform. I'm not misremembering this time. Here's where the 40 starts, so we are ever so slightly speeding. And then we branch off here into the platform, and we'll try and find the 8-car marker. I don't think we have many stops left. We're only driving this up to Rochester, so... We got to overshoot. We overshot. We overshot a little bit. Let's see how bad we were. The front doors are a little off, but... There'll be tea and biscuits going on. Tea, biscuits, and a meeting with the manager. This is why they say you shouldn't be driving and talking at the same time on a mobile phone, because you are a train. Because you overshoot the platform. Or texting. Texting's bad as well. Don't text and drive. Trains or cars. So next station stop is Raynham. 2.5 miles to go. I think we're actually, I'll look on the front of train, I think we're meant to be going to Victoria, are we? Yeah, Victoria. It's a shame we can't continue the service all the way into London, Victoria. How it gets to London Victoria, I'm not 100% sure. I assume it has to go through South London. And maybe it joins onto the South London lines and loops round and makes its way back through Clapham Junction into Victoria. Because Victoria is the complete opposite side from where we are, and the line... Oh, can you get to Victoria from London Bridge? I don't know. You might be able to, actually. I know from watching... I can't think of what his name is now. There's a guy who does a lot of videos about... Not Jeff Marshall, another guy... Jazzo, I don't know, Jazzo, that does a lot of videos about, you know, trains and London Underground and the mess of companies he had there. And he's always said the south of London is just a absolute mess of track, because there's so many different companies back in the day competing to have lines in and out of London and stations in London. So maybe you can actually get straight from where we are now to Victoria without having to loop round South London. Although I think you still have to take one of the South London lines. Somewhat, if anyone lives in London or the London area knows, let me know. I'm quite interested as to if that's something you can do. How would it get from Raynham, where we're coming into, to Victoria? What route does it take this train? Well, speaking of Raynham, we are just pulling into Raynham platform right now. I'm going to brake a little more. Not that much. At least you don't have to worry about overshooting this platform anyway. It's quite a big one. We also didn't open my doors on time. What's happening is, as I stop, I'm pressing the open door button and it doesn't register right away that we've actually stopped. And I'm sitting here thinking our doors are open when they've not actually opened. Just because there's an ever so slight delay. with it. But no delay now, we have got the doors locked, so let's get moving. And we've got Gillingham. Bromley, South and Victoria. Next time we stop at the station, I'll look at the departure board. It'll probably answer my question as to what route it takes. Well, it's been a foggy day going into London. Do have a couple of lights coming up as well, so we may have to get down. Oh, looks like the one just ahead of us has turned green, so we might be okay actually. We do need to get down to 60 anyway, so we will apply a little bit of brake. Probably just start braking for the station now. We're only a mile and a half out. And if we are following a service, it gives the service ahead of us a little bit of time to get out of the way. So well below that 60 that's kicking in. Now I remember Gillingham being quite built up and having little sidings here just off to our left. Some of them ugly trains depoted in there. If anyone is a fan of Southeastern, I do apologise. I don't mean to call your trains ugly, but they're ugly. Here we are, Gillingham level crossing, and the station is just ahead of us. Oh, that's nicely stopped, that one. Right at the end of the platform. See, I can drive a train. So I don't know how many more stops we have left. I don't think we've got that many. I know it was only about a 30-minute service, so... Maybe Chattenham and one more. Do have a sign for 30, but we don't really need to get down for that. Gillingham Tunnel. Just going to keep us at 50, because when we get out the end of the tunnel, I believe we do have this 50 marker. And we actually do need to get down to 30, just the other side, so... we'll let ourselves cruise, just at 51. And slowly start bringing in a bit of brake. Might need a little bit more brake in a moment just to make sure we do hit this 30 speed limit. Although actually it looks like we are going to be fine with the amount of brake we have applied currently, so there we go, we're at 30. Do have a little bit of a slope, so we'll keep a tiny bit of brake on. Station, the 30 signals right here, the 30 markers right here at the signal station just beyond us. Another little tunnel. It looks like we've got a tiny bit of a tunnel, and the station's just the other side. I don't even remember this tunnel, if I'm honest. I remember the one coming out of Gillingham. I don't really remember this one, but it's been a while. I say it's been a while. I played this route last night. That's a lie. I've not really played too much of this route. Well, recently played too much of this route. I enjoyed playing it on the original Train Sim, on Train Sim Classic. When this it came out, this was coming over, I was actually kind of excited that they were releasing this. But it was when I was taking a little bit of a break from playing Train Simulator. So it's been 5-6 years since I played Train Sim World or Train Sim Classic. So I pretty much missed most of Train Sim World 3. I think that's when this route came out. When I bought Train Sim World 4, I got the whatever the deluxe edition. One of the reasons for getting that was for, well, firstly the Flying Scotsman, but this was also part of the package as well. So next station stop is Rochester, which I believe is our last stop of this route, and then we'll pick something else. So if you have any suggestions as to where we should go, let me know. I mean, we could happily find another 30-minute service on this route, or yeah, we could do whatever, really. Yep, we are speeding. Let me put in a little bit of brake through the tunnel. Is that flashing yellow? No, it's all a double yellow. We will play a bit of random weather as well on whatever route we decide to do next. Mix it up a little bit. wonder what this station was. Was this like an old Rochester station that got disused? Because, like, it's all I can imagine it being, because it's so close to the current station. And it was the old, like an original, and it's been decommissioned. And they built the station further down by, like, 500 yards. It's weird to run through that abandoned station so close to a modern one. It's a weird setup they've got there. I was thinking that last night when I was running through here, like, what is that station? Right, let's try not to overshoot this one. I think we'll end up just at the end of the platform. Pretty much right on the marker, really. And the doors are unlocked, so this should be the end of this scenario. I say, timetable mode. And my first time, I think probably first time ever, driving the 375. Again, it's such a nice looking train. I do like the livery on this train, not gonna lie. But yeah, so if you have any suggestions as to what to do next, let me know. I might do an American route. Got ourselves the gold medal for that little trip. I might jump on New York Trenton. I don't know. Should we do New York? Should we do New York? We could do Boston. These are the routes I have, so we have Southeastern Highspeed, Antelope Valley, Banstrecken, Berman, whatever, Boston Sprinter, Cajon Pass, East Coast Main Line, East Coast Way, Frankfurt, Glossop, Great Western, some other German route, the shit French route, Mains, London Overground, the Bakerloo line. We could do the Bakerloo line, we've not done the tube for a while. New York Trenton, Dresden, North Transpennine, Peninsula Corridor, San Bernardino, S-Bahn, St. Patrick, Grade, Cologne, Wolfsburg, West Coast Main Line, and West Somerset. So anything in particular you'd like to see? If not, I might jump on New York Trenton. I do want to do the Bakerloo line, but I might save that for a video, so yeah, I think we're going New York Trenton, timetable mode. Let's do the Amtrak. New York Trenton version. So you don't really want something that's too long. You don't really want an hour route. So like half an hour on the East Coast Way, on the 377. Brighton Seaford. We'll do Brighton Seaford because I just released a video on the East Coast Way. Unfortunately, I messed up on the recording and I didn't have the recording set up correctly. So I do apologise if you watched the East Coast Way video. It was supposed to be... I'll wait for the music to die down. When I was recording it, I had my recording software OBS set to screen capture. So what that meant was instead of game capture, so it didn't record properly. Oh, I forget I need to move the reverser. Which was a little annoying, if I'm going to be honest. Do these work? Did safety systems not work in this era of Train Sim World? Because nothing up there on the switchboard seems to be clickable. It's like on both versions of this, none of the safety features seem to be clickable, unless they're like stored somewhere else. But I can't see where else they'd be stored for turning on the isolation. It's something I need to look up. But yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, the East Coastway video. I was supposed to have game capture turned on. I had display capture turned on instead, so when you watch it, the video keeps flickering the footage, and that's because we were just in the wrong recording mode. Which is a shame as well, because that video's done quite well. Since I released it, I think it was on like nearly 20 views in the first 24 hours, which for my channel is quite a good return, really. But then we've just unfortunately it just happened to be a bad video just to the recording, and I think there's some quite good little information and facts about the East Coastway in there as well. So it was a shame it just didn't work out. When I went to edit the footage and take like bits out, I was considering just not releasing that video, but I thought, well, we'll release it. It probably won't be that bad, and then it happens to probably be the most popular video I've released. So go figure. One thing I did say in that video is I do love this viaduct. This is one of my favourite bits about the route, really. Coming in and out of Brighton and just going over this lovely lovely viaduct. It's impressive in here. I bet it's amazing to see in real life. You know, near where I live we have a big viaduct. We actually have a few, to be fair, but the big one is Stockport Viaduct, and that's impressive. But this, the way it curves round as well, it's certainly a sight. So in the East Coastway video I did do, we didn't actually stop here at London Road. This was the station we went through. Couldn't remember the name for the life of me. But here we are, London Road, directly on time. Hop back out, we got the little tunnel there. It's an interesting little station with its staggered platforms. And it's got a nice little bridge there as well. Very old school. Reminds me of like an old Steam era. Oh yeah, didn't think my doors were going to lock then. So yeah, Muscle Combe was one. I actually forgot we stopped at Muscle Combe in the video. I know it's quite a small platform. I remember that, but I was trying to get some interesting information about all the stops along the way as well, so it can be a little bit of educational, you know, some fun facts, things like that, as we're stopping at the places along the route. And when I was like doing my research, I completely forgot this station existed. It's a very small platform though, it's like tiny. We hop out the cab for a minute. Again, it's another staggered platform like we had London Road. Yeah, it's not the most exciting platform, just a little bus shelter down there and a couple of benches. So now the next station stop should be Falmere, I believe. So this is a match day station. Falmere, as I mentioned when I was doing the video, is the home of Brighton Hove Albion. It was literally right outside Brighton's ground. So yeah, it's nice to see, is it the Amex? I think it's the Amex is what the stadium's called. And modelled in the game. But yeah, it's probably, if you're on a match day going to a Brighton game, I imagine it's very busy trying to get to and from the ground. I mean, it must hold like 30,000 people, the Amex. Not 100, I don't know what the capacity is, to be fair, I've never looked it up, but I imagine it's probably 30,000 people in the stadium, and it's probably sold out for most home games. So, very busy station. Gonna take the accelerator off because we're going uphill. Need to get to 60 anyway, so there's no point in going any further in terms of speed. Here's the station just ahead of us. See it popping in now. So we're going to brake quite significantly because we are going quite quick here. In fact, we might overshoot again. Heavy on the brakes, we were coming in quite hot. Looks like we should get down and should stop by the marker, so a little quicker than I'd like in terms of our braking, but we are down. So yeah, if you have a look over there, I'm not sure you can see it, but American Express Community Stadium. It looks like it does have the Brighton Hove Albion logos on the ground as well, so it's kind of nice to have the official stadium logos and everything in the game. A little bit of a touch of realism there. We'll stay out the cab as we go past and take a little look at the stadium. Because we do have a 373 heading in the opposite direction. But yeah, Brighton and Hove Albion and the official club logo. It looks like it's well modelled, the ground. And it's a nice addition to have all the official signage from the stadium and the club actually in the simulator as well, so it's a nice touch. So we do have a little bit of a gap now to lose of a few miles, so we can just kind of cruise, try and get a speed up to the line speed of 70. I know when we get into Lewes we do need to brake quite a bit, as there's a lot of junction that goes on there. And then we have the line to Eastbourne and then the line to Seaford where we're off to. Right, at 70, so we'll take our throttle off. Actually apply a tiny bit of brake because we are going downhill. And just try and keep our speed under control. Again, we don't want tea and biscuits with the manager again. Next station is 55 we need to get down to, so start bringing our speed down to meet that limitation. .55 limit should just be around the corner, the other side of this bridge. And there it is, there's the marker for it. Got a mile to go, a mile and a half to go before we get into Lewes. We are over 55 at the moment. We'll start bringing ourselves down to this 10 mile an hour zone we got coming into the station. We've got just over half a mile, so not far. But going down to 10, it might have us cross tracks and branch off. I don't know if we junction before or after the going this way, if we junction before or after to get down to Seaford. Although it's not giving us a feather on the signal, so I'm assuming we're going to be staying on this bit of line. A 10-mile-an-hour zone starts just here, so we'll quite heavily brake just to meet it. And crawl our way into the platform. See, there's this platform here. I'm not sure if this is a bay or not for terminating services. It looks like it might be. No, that goes straight through, so it's not a bay platform. So I don't know what that crossover is for then. I mean, there's a dead end there and a siding there. But there's a crossover that leads onto that platform. I'm not sure what they'd use that for, unless it's for terminating services that are only going between here and Brighton. Because I know there are a few that do that. So I know we'll get the doors open and let the passengers on and off. And we do get a little bit a leeway in terms of speed. To go to 20, then 40, then all the way up to a massive amount of 60. Again, Loo Station, just look outside as we're pulling off here. It's quite a big station, and it's kind of has this weird split between it, where there's a line going north and then there's a line going west along the coast where we've just come from. I'm assuming that heads off to like London or somewhere. And they do seem to have a bay platform on that side for terminating services. So yeah, it's very complicated with the junctioning around here, and there's a lot of switches and things we're going over. And then we turn off again in a minute, and we have the bit where we're going to stay on that goes down to Seaford, and then to the left of us is the line that heads down to Eastbourne. So I'm going to stay at 40 because there's no point going any higher, because we do need to be at 40 when we go over the junction just coming up here as we branch off to the right. So we'll just cruise at 40. And then we can get a little bit more speed up as we come out the junction into a 70 mile an hour. So it looks like Southeast is quite a small platform, so we're going to start braking now. You can see it on the mini-map. It looks tiny. We got a little lake coming into here as well. We probably broke a little too early, but it's fine. I've just driven this little section of track really badly, if I'm honest. Probably started to brake way too early and now we are going to be about 40 seconds late. See station just ahead of us. I've got to be careful here not to actually overrun the platform as well, because it's not a very big platform and I'm probably going way too fast for it. And I think we're going to overrun. Nope. Somehow we've managed not to overrun. In fact, I think we were short. So look, did we get the back of the train on? No, we actually stopped short. When it comes to the back doors, completely messed that up. I said we just driven that section really badly. I won't tell anyone if you don't, okay? It's fine. We'll see if we do any better going into New Haven town. We'll see if our throttle wants to work to get us to New Haven town. The train controls have just like, nope, we're not having my driving anymore. So we will put some speed on. We've got about 3 minutes to get there, about 3 miles to go, so if we get to 60, we should be about right. Still accelerating. Hopefully we have a bit of a longer platform so it can be a bit more aggressive when it comes to the brakes. Not like we weren't aggressive that time either, we were very aggressive when it came to braking. Probably a little too aggressive, to be fair. Well, if you are enjoying the stream, again, while we're here, don't forget to hit the like button. Let me know you're enjoying it. And also, I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments as well, and get some discussion going as we're driving. Been a fun little stream tonight. We've done a little bit of the Southeastern route, Southeastern Highspeed, in the class 377, and then a little bit on the East Coastway as well. So, mixture of services today, in terms of passengers, in the south of the UK. Also, do click the like button and subscribe button, because we do have some interesting content coming up. We do, not daily, but we do quite a lot of simulation content, train sim, and real life stuff as well. Got some flights simulator content planned for the near future, so lots of exciting things on the way. We have a class 66 there, that's kind of cool. Aggregate yard, aggregate loading. Quite industrial really here. What this is, like a big aggregate. No, it's not really a mine, just like a concrete, maybe cement factory, something like that. I don't know. Interesting anyway. With a little bit of freight operation going on. So we do have a port just ahead of us as well. I think I remember this from past playthroughs. Because if I remember correctly, it goes down to one line, I think. And we have a single track running section. Yeah, New Haven Harbour, which is where that ship is ahead of us. And I think we go down to single track after that for a little bit. So it's like quite an interesting little branch, this, really. Gonna keep us around 25. And get the wipers on if I can work out where the controls are. In a minute, we'll do for now. You might need it on fast, to be fair. So yeah, there's kind of like a ferry there, so I wonder where this goes off to. And a little bit of a siding at the side of the ferry dock as well. And then I think as we leave here, this is where it gets to single track, if I remember correctly. Well, it's certainly raining now. Next station stop is Bishopstone. I'm going to stay outside the cab, I think. Yeah, so it's kind of splitting onto single track here, past the harbour for Brian's ferries. Kind of curious, so I'm going to look that up for next time we come down to this part of the world to know where that goes. We need to change a window wiper to fast. I'm really coming down the weather now. It's what you call hammering it down. I think we got a thunderstorm there. I think that was lightning. Storm that's just rolling off to sea. I mean, you can't see a thing outside. Lightning flashes everywhere. It's an interesting way to end the stream. Can't even see a station stop that we're meant to be stopping at in about 500 yards. Station's just here ahead of us. Although I won't really want to be out in this weather right now, I'll give you that. I think this is the last station stop before Seaford, our final destination of our trip today. We pushed the train to emergency brake, and that's why it wasn't just straight up reading the throttle right away. Although we have less than a mile to go to get to our final destination. So it's not going to take us too long to get there. just going to cruise a little bit because we got 800 yards, 700 yards to go. We should be seeing the station relatively soon. And we do have to get down to 15 as well, so... I don't know if there's just one platform here at Seaford or whether there's two. I can't remember. I know the weather's horrible here. It's just a single platform. We're just cruising. Don't see much outside. Luckily, I'm nice and warm inside. Feel sorry for these guys having to get off the train. But we'll just cruise to the end of the platform. Anyway, this has been... We're here at Seaford. I have been Sim by the Mile. If you've enjoyed today's stream, or watching it on demand, make sure to click the like button. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell for when I next go live or post a video. Until then though, I hope you've all enjoyed your time today, and I'll see you next time. I would say for now goodbye, but we still have a couple of yards to go. Right at the buffers, end of the platform, let the passengers out under the cover. We'll see how we do and how we've scored just before we finish. Wait for it to say all the passengers have unloaded. While we're looking at it, it's a nice little station building we have here at Seaford as well. It's a good route, the East Coast Way. It's an old route, but it is a good route. Definitely take extra care, it's very treacherous there. So, there we go, we finished with a total score of 12,944. And it took us about 38 minutes to do the service. So, as I said, I hope you've enjoyed today's stream. If you have, again, click the like button and the subscribe button. And I'll see you next time, whether it be in video or in another live stream. For now, though, goodbye.